Hello, in this video we are going to learn about the procurement executive or procurement manager or procurement engineer. So what is procurement? Procurement is a department or a profile which is responsible for the purchase of the materials, purchase of all the equipments required, selection of vendors, negotiating with them, and making sure that they do the best deals with the vendor as well. The first thing that we understand about procurement is that it is not just purchase. It is way more than the purchase team itself. The procurement executive is responsible for the part of the workplace management team. Workplace management team at site means the ones who are internal to the main team, and they directly manage the purchase and selection of materials from the vendors. So here we need to understand what exactly do they do. So that is something that we'll be looking at in this video. The procurement executives take care of the client because the materials, the type of material, the brand, majority of the times the clients will have their own demands and requirements. The client will say, you know what, I require this brand, I require that brand. So going with the brand. The second one is the dealerships. Just like how we want to buy a car. If you want to buy a car from, let's say, Tata, we have multiple Tata Motors in the city. So we go to a dealer and we buy it. Sometimes we go to multiple dealers, compare the deals that they are giving to us and buy it. Similarly, huge brands will have their own dealerships as well. Very important to understand for materials like cement and steel, which are core to the construction industry, there is going to be a lot of dealerships that are popping up in any city. So it is important for a project executive or the procurement executive to take the client's requirements in detail, to manage the relationship with the client, and to also manage the expected selection of materials which the client requires. The second responsibility of a procurement executive will be to review and approve the vendors. Now, how do you get the vendors to get approved? Some vendors the client might not trust. In that case, you will require a lot of documents that you need to collect from the vendors and then be presented towards the client. However, if we are talking about the selection of vendors and the negotiated price, it is very important for the procurement executive to get the selection in a transparent way. Not just because they're your friends, not because they have some name in the market. No, it has to be honest. So the procurement team will handle a bidding process sometimes or even a selection by calling the vendors, meeting with the vendors, talking about what kind of documentation they have. So if you are set up in India, you need to have incorporation certificate, shop establishment, GST certificate, partnership deed, and your previous projects PO, which is purchase order or work orders. Based on these minimal amount of documents, of course, if you are looking at a government project, then you have higher number of documents that are required. So based on these kind of documents, the procurement executive or the procurement team will look into getting the best vendor for the material possible. The second selection will be in terms of technical selection. Technical selection means, do they have the right specification or not? Or do they have the material with the same batch number as expected or with the same model number as expected? So that will also be a huge task for the procurement team. Later stages, they will be initiation of the negotiations between the vendors and the contractor. This is where the vendor and the contracting team, which is basically the procurement team, will sit together and negotiate the price. And the goal for the procurement team will be to get the material at the most cheapest rate as possible. So that is how the procurement team or the executives will work. The fourth responsibility will to bring a procurement schedule to the project. So different materials will require different lead time. Lead time means the duration between the purchase order till the delivery of the material. Just like how we do it in Amazon when we order package. Let's say we are buying a TV. We order from Amazon and the TV will take, let's say, 8 days to deliver. So the lead time of the TV is 8 days from the day of order till the day of delivery. Similarly, we have for the construction materials at site as well. So different materials will have different lead times. Steel might come in one day. RMC might come in 4 hours. However, if you are looking at granite, if you are looking at something which is slightly niche or rare, the timing will be way higher than 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 months, 3 months also. So that is when you need to make a proper procurement schedule so that you order the material at the right time. So if you order the material at the right time, only then it will be delivered just before the execution work starts. So that is why it's important to plan the entire procurement schedule using the help of the planning team as well. The fifth task that the procurement executive will take care of will be to assist and manage the material orders. So whatever orders are already given, tracking of the order, where is the order, when is it going to get delivered, managing with the drivers as well. And once delivered, the payments, the documents that you need to take from the driver or the transporter, all those works will come under procurement executive. Very lucrative profile, hence very good pay scale as well. One of the very lucrative profiles in the construction site, I would not say project, but at the site at least. So this is how the procurement executive shall take care of the project. In the next session, we'll be looking at how labors work and how other profiles work as well. So see you in the next video.